Hi, I'm Paul, and in this video I'm going to show you how to replace the wand tilter assembly on a Décor 1-inch with the standard cord lock. So prior to getting started with this repair, I'm going to make sure I have a replacement wand tilter assembly. Take a look at my Décor 1-inch blind, and I can see here that I have a wand tilt control, in this case on the right-hand side of the headrail. This blind is what we would call a right-right control, meaning the wand tilt and the cord lock are both located on the right-hand side. If I happen to have an extra cover for the stem of the wand tilt, I might go ahead and put that on there just to protect the slat material and not mar that or damage it in any way. Remove both end caps on the headrail, and these are sometimes a little bit tight, so it's okay just to get inside here and give a little tap and just work those right out. Here I'll do the same on the opposite side as well. Carefully slide this tilt rod out of the wand tilt assembly. I want to be careful when sliding this tilt rod. Grab it with a pair of needle nose pliers and just begin to slide it out. Now what I want to be careful of though are these tabs on either side of the tape roll. These tabs flare out a little bit and cause a little bit of friction or resistance. As I'm pulling on the tilt rod, I may need to put a finger against each tape roll just to help hold it in place and it's clear from the tilter assembly. The lift cords are coming through the cord lock, and in this case they're coming behind the tilter assembly. So I want to be mindful of the path of the lift cord and make sure it goes back into the same location. In some cases there are multiple lift cords and you may see some of them coming over the top of the tilter assembly, and there would be an item here snapped onto the top of the headrail called a bridge that just guides the cord over the tilter assembly. Come in behind the tilt mechanism and just gently work that out. So I want to release these back tabs to free the tilter assembly from the back edge of the headrail. Just keep prying that up until I get that to come right out. Bring in my new tilter assembly and put that sleeve back on. Before I insert this, the tilt rod that is used on this particular blind is called a D rod, which means there's one flat spot. I can just make out this ridge right here, which is the flat spot of the drive of the tilt assembly. Rotate that and make sure that the tilt rod is facing 12 o'clock. This is 12 o'clock straight up. Bring my tilter assembly into the headrail. I'll start by taking the stem and going through the route, coming through the bottom of the headrail. Push that down just in the front, just a little bit, just to get it in place. Flip over here and take a look, and I can see that I'm a little bit off center, so I want to square up the body of that tilter assembly in that punch. That looks good. Take a look at my cord routes, and I'm just going to make sure that those are tucked to the back side of the headrail, push down on the back side of the tilter until I hear a good snap. And I can either use needle nose pliers to gently pull the tilt rod, or I may even come to the other end of the headrail and I can just push on the tilt rod from here as well. And if it's not quite going, this is where I may need to come in and move this around a little bit so the flat spots line up, and then just continue to push it through so that there's about a ½ inch or so. In this case, what I want to be checking is on the other side of the headrail to make sure that the end of the tilt rod is inside the headrail. My last step will be to tap both headrail end caps back on. So I may tap that into place, and I'll repeat the same process on the other side. My last step then would be to hang the shade and check the tilt operation to make sure that the blind is operating correctly. And I've just shown you how to replace the tilt assembly on a Décor 1-inch with a standard cord lock.